Hi, and welcome to Chamber Chat. I'm Danielle McFadden, president of the Greater Lowell Chamber of Commerce, and this Inside Lowell podcast is coming to you from the Wellpoint studios. Wellpoint, the only health plan offering healthcare benefits exclusively to Massachusetts GIC members. At Wellpoint, your whole health is their whole point. I'm very excited to have Tom Coinger on with us. He is, a man of many talents and things that we're going to talk about today, but you're here representing the Merrimack Repertory Theater.
Yes, I'm an actor at Merrimack Repertory Theater, and I'm going to be in the upcoming production of Misery that they have that starts on October 15th.
Excellent. So you started practice this week?
Yep. On Tuesday, we had our first rehearsal. Today is going to be our third rehearsal. So
wow.
I'm going there at 2 o'clock.
I sounded like a sport practice rehearsal.
No, play practice is what I called it when I was a kid. And I still love to call it play practice because it makes me feel that way. Because, rehearsal is, the email you get from the stage manager.
Yeah.
But, all we're doing is playing dress up. So
it takes a lot of talent, though, at your level.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Sure.
It does. But we're connecting back to that thing we did when we were kids.
Yeah.
Playing dress up. That's the best part of the job is when it feels like that.
That's great. Yeah, and you must feel like you're at home when you're at the MRT.
Oh, yeah. Since I think 2018, 2017, when I did Silent Sky, I've seen Lowell and MRT as a theatrical home. And I've been coming to Lowell for many years because my dad taught at UMass Lowell. He taught economics back in the 90s.
Wow.
Yeah, so when I would get sick in high school and middle school, I wouldn't miss school. I'd go to college because I'd have to go to school with my dad. And so he'd take me into Lowell and get me a Yoo-Hoo at a local market or whatever, and then I'd go sit in the back of an econ class.
Oh, my gosh.
So I've been coming here for many years, and so I feel very comfortable here. And then just the relationships that I've built with the people in the community who've come to the shows, it's been really rewarding. We were just at a welcome party for the cast last night with the board members, and it's just, after when you only meet people once or twice, you're like, okay, I'm just an actor here.
Right.
When you this is gonna be my 7th show here.
7th show.
Yeah,
wow.
We've done Christmas Carol 3 times. That counts for 3 of them, but maybe my 7th run of a play here. And I just feel very comfortable and excited to share these stories with the people of Lowell because I know how much they can get excited about them.
That's really incredible. Yeah. I love the story about going to college. Number one, that must have increased your street cred with your friends. Like, I can't go to school.
Oh yeah, I got to go learn about monopolies. And so I was like, why is my dad talking about a board game so much?
So funny. And it must have been nice going with him because you have that time and you got your Yahoo, but also you want a sick day.
Yeah.
You just want to lay in bed and watch TV.
Yeah, it's true. I think my recovery was sometimes impacted by having to leave the house.
Absolutely.
I'm good. I can just stay here with the chicken soup.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny. So you're here for Misery.
Yeah, Misery.
Let's talk about it.
Oh my gosh.
It's around Halloween time, so that's perfect for that.
We actually have a show on Halloween, which I'm really excited about.
That's awesome.
I'm excited to see who wants to come see this story on that night.
Yeah.
I'm scared. No, it's a great Stephen King novel, obviously, and then that the award-winning movie. Kathy Bates, James Caan, and it's the same screenwriter who adapted the book into the movie also turned it into a play a few years later in 2015. Wow. So it's the same guy, William Goldman, who's responsible for The Princess Bride and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're talking about Stephen King and William Goldman, 2 of the best writers of the 20th century. So, and Stephen King obviously is still writing now.
Yeah.
But in the 80s and 90s, these 2 guys were at the peak of their powers, and it's a thrilling story. It's a little different from the book. It's a little different from the movie because it's adapted for the stage.
Absolutely.
But so that means that people who are new to it will obviously find some thrills in it, and even people who know it by heart will see some new things in the story if they come see it.
Well, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So what's your role?
Well, I'm Paul Sheldon, who's the writer. Who has had an accident, a car accident, has been rescued by a woman who is going to take care of him and nurse him back to health. So it doesn't sound like that exciting of a play until that situation goes awry. It turns out that the person who has rescued him may not be this caring, loving person that she seems to be at the beginning. And she may want some things from him and be unhappy with some of the decisions he's recently made as a writer. So once they get to know each other, things get a little hairy. I would say.
To say the least.
Yeah, to say the least. Yeah. But, at the beginning, it's very nice. That's the part of the play that we're rehearsing right now. And it's sort of like the Garden of Eden. We're like, what could go wrong? This is great.
Big, happy
She's
family.
taking care of me. She's giving me, strong drugs for my pain. I'm like, oh, this is wonderful.
It's nice to have someone take care of you, right?
Exactly. The sledgehammers and the forced labor come later in the play, in the second part and then the third part of the play. Yeah.
How many actors in this play?
It's 3. They're able to tell the story with just 3 actors. So yeah, it's Annie Wilkes, the woman who owns the house that we're in, Paul Sheldon, the writer, and then a member of law enforcement who is looking for Paul. People are trying to find him and help him. It's a very positive, caring play.
It's perfect to kick off the season.
Oh yes. Oh, I mean, that autumnal feeling that we all love in fall. That's really what we're doing here.
I love
And there's
it.
a snowstorm in it, which it's set in Colorado, but Paul, the writer, like Stephen King, is from New England. So it's got a New England heart at the center of it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. And that's a great way to kick off the season over at the MRT. And
Yeah.
just there's such a great variety
Oh my
this
gosh.
year.
Yeah, the Johnny Cash
Or the season,
musical.
I should say.
No,
because
yeah. I mean,
goes through,
it is. It goes about 9 months. We don't do plays. Well, we do plays with non-equity actors in the summer. We do plays with high schoolers and
I
college
went
kids.
to High School Musical
Wasn't it
Junior. It was
wonderful?
so awesome. I
Yeah.
loved it. And I knew way more of the actors than I thought I was going
Right.
to know, because they're, kids of parents I know. And my
Yeah.
daughter was just enamored with the
Yeah.
whole thing.
The summer programs are wonderful, but yeah, our season as it is goes until May about. And yeah, next we have the Johnny Cash musical, and then there's Kevin Kling is coming back to do another story show where he's gonna weave his stories together into a one-act play with Rob, the musician who accompanied him the last time he was here. And Queen is coming. It's such a wonderful season, and the art for the season, I don't know if you've seen it, the posters are
Oh yeah,
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's a new website too. So this
Yes,
is
it
there's
looks
a lot,
great.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, I mean the older website, I actually used to help out with that. I do a little bit of
Oh
computer
my
stuff,
goodness.
and I'm so glad that they have
Yeah.
the new one now. That's all spruced up and spick and span. And
You're like, all right,
it's definitely above my pay grade now. Definitely, I'm an actor, not a web designer, but I was able to do some helping back in the old version, and I'm very happy with the way it looks now. The whole theater looks great. They're repainting the
Absolutely.
lobby. It's really ready for a bright, fresh, new look for this season.
Yeah, well, the way that you're talking about the MRT, it's like you have more of a deeper connection to it than just an actor at the theater.
Yeah.
Would you like to talk a little bit about that? I love that. This is what makes Lowell so special.
Well, so yeah, I when Courtney Elaine Sale took the job of Nancy Donahue, artistic director of the MRT, we were just dating. And she was in Seattle, and we were dating a little long distance, and I happened to be from Massachusetts. She had gotten the interview for the job before we had met, so I had nothing to do with it.
Wow.
But then, she came out and interviewed. We went on a few dates while she was out here, and then, she came out here, and now we got married in 2023 in October,
great.
as you well
Yeah.
know, and we're coming up on our 2-year anniversary in less than 2
Congratulations.
weeks. And this is now, I've done 7 shows at MRT. 6 of them have been with Courtney.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and we met working on a show. That's how we started up. And I've just never met a director like her who really takes care of the actors and the storytelling and the staff of the theater and the audience. Like, she is interested in everyone who comes in contact with the story having a positive experience. And it's just magical.
She's phenomenal. She
Yeah,
really is.
she really is. And she's genuine. Like, there's no, that who she is who she is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you can tell just by just the way that this theater has grown, and
yeah.
it's always been very well regarded and well respected in the community. But
Of
I see that
course.
just being elevated.
Yeah.
From, her
And I see
leadership.
it being a thing that draws people to Lowell.
Mhm.
People are coming to Lowell, parking in Lowell, going to restaurants in
Yeah.
Lowell because of MRT. We're getting written up in the Globe now. In Arts Boston just posted about Misery, and I think that's really good. That it's like, just hop on the highway and come see us.
Absolutely. Or on the commuter rail. I mean, there's
Yeah.
so many different ways to get here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very convenient.
Yeah, it's easier than ever to get to downtown Lowell, I feel. And I come in here, I now teach at UMass Lowell. So I when I'm in rehearsal, I teach on Mondays, so I'm here 7 days a week.
Are you teaching Monopoly?
I'm not. I don't teach econ. I teach just acting, just how to talk to people, just structured
Just no big
conversation.
deal.
Well, you talk to people every day, right? And everybody does, but people get hung up on the memorization part. And what I like to tell people is you memorize your favorite songs without even thinking about it.
A really great point.
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, you connect to
Yeah.
it, and then
Yeah.
you listen to it a bunch,
Yeah.
and by the time you're done, you just know
Makes
it.
sense.
Yeah, everybody
Huh.
does it. And acting is just a version of that,
Yeah.
really. Yeah. You just have to connect with the material. Yeah.
Takes a little practice.
A little bit. Excuse me.
So we talked about Misery, but you have a couple of other really exciting things. This is your year.
Well, I got a little fortunate this year. Yeah, I had a good week where I booked 2 auditions in 1 week, and one of them was a commercial that I went to New York City and shot. We actually shot it in New Jersey in this lovely neighborhood. It's Tackle Kids Cancer. It's the 10-year anniversary of this program that they started at Hackensack Memorial Hospital in New Jersey. And it's fundraising for cancer, and it's with Eli Manning. So it was really, I didn't get to meet him. He was there the day before I was there. But what was funny is when I auditioned for it, they're like, you're doing dishes and a football comes in through your window and lands in your sink. And I was just like, why? There was no answer. There's no information about what it was. When I saw the commercial, I was like,
that makes
that's
sense.
what's
But they
going
never
on.
told you, like,
Once I got to the set,
funny.
I understood.
So then you have to act like, so, so that's the audition?
Oh, the audition was just, I mean, you can see the video on my Instagram. It's a reel of mine, but it's just Courtney throwing tennis balls at me. And me, like, not catching them because I didn't even have my glasses on, so I couldn't see anything.
She was probably, like, in the middle of it. This is actually really fun.
She's like, this is cathartic for me. I need this. I want to peg him with some balls. And yeah. Do batting practice sometime.
Oh, that's amazing.
No, yeah, it was a lot of fun. And the shoot was fun because a man was outside the window throwing a football in through the window, and it had to land in the sink. So we did it 15 times where we couldn't use it, but I get soaking wet and we have to like change clothes.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
was it in somebody's house? You said it was in a nice...
It was an actual person. That's how they do it.
I mean, I guess I would like let somebody pay me if they wanted to use
and
my
they
house
take
to
really
throw
good care of the house. That was actually, there were a bunch of guys in the room whose only job was making sure if any water splashed on the ceiling or on the wall or anything that it got cleaned up. There was paneling down to protect their floor.
Yeah.
So, and I've seen that before in sets. Whenever you use someone's house, they always take their art out and like put somebody else's art in. Like,
interesting.
They really want to make sure that people want their houses to be used again.
Yes.
That it's a positive experience for them and not like, oh God, I regret the day I ever.
Right.
No.
That we do not want a bad Yelp review.
That's interesting. I wonder who reviews who in that situation. I don't know. That's also above my pay grade. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to film, and with football season being started,
great.
It's now on the air, at least in New Jersey. I don't think Hackensack Memorial Health advertises around here.
Well, you know what? I'm going to post the link when we post the video so folks can see it.
Yeah, at least take a look at it. It's a funny commercial. It's a fun
you're
idea.
like close to the beginning and you're at the end.
I do. I get to do the button at the end.
So cool.
The little bit at the end of a commercial. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
And then coming up.
Yeah, October 8th, I think, somewhere around then. I have an episode of Law and Order.
You're like, I have an episode. That is so cool.
It's fun. It's an amazing show.
I sound like a groupie. I'm like, that's so cool.
No, it is cool.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone who's on Law and Order is sort of also a groupie for Law and Order. Because like as an actor, it's living in New York. I lived there for 10 years. Like that's what you want to do. You want to be able to call your uncle and be like, yeah, I was on Law and Order. Because your uncle has heard of Law and Order.
Everybody's heard of Law. Yeah.
He maybe hasn't heard of the show you did down in the village in that little black box, but he knows Law and Order.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to be on that. It's the second or third episode of the season, and I play. Oh, I don't want to spoil that. Actually, I play a witness.
You haven't seen the episode. You don't see it until it airs.
Yes.
So you're watching it at the same time as your uncle.
Yes, absolutely. And there was once a show called Evil. I filmed an episode where I had to take someone's confession through like a priest confessional screen. You barely see me, so I'm watching the episode and I'm watching closely for my scene, and they had cut it. You just don't know.
Oh my God.
It's a universal experience.
Yeah,
it's happened to every actor. It's sort of a rite of passage of like, I went and I worked on this thing. They still pay you.
Right. But still.
You don't end up in the show.
Yeah.
Which is,
like, can you send me the footage so I have it?
Hopefully they can't cut me from this. If they did cut me, they would have had to hire a person and reshoot all my scenes.
So you have multiple scenes.
I have like 2 or 3.
That's great.
I play a witness who then decides to change his mind. I'm not going to go into more detail than that. So it is a bit of a wrinkle.
Yeah.
So I have to have a couple scenes.
So it's on October 8th.
Ish. I think.
Okay, all right.
It's whenever that week's. I forget if Law and Order airs on Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
But
but that week. All right. Yeah, we'll have to post that and let people.
Oh yeah, check it out.
Yeah,
I have a small part, and there's a lot of great actors in the episode. There's a lot of great New York-based actors in the episode who do wonderful work. And the main cast, I got to meet Maura Tierney, who's in Boston.
She's amazing.
She's from Boston, and we got to talk about living in Massachusetts and New England, and I've been a fan of her since news radio.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Back in the 90s. I love her so much.
Fun.
Yeah. It was, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. You're kind of a fan too.
Yeah.
I'm there like, be cool, Tom. Don't bother Maura Tierney. Like, she's got to do her job.
You're like, giving her a head check.
I'm like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm Tom. Nice to meet you. You know, you try to like, it's like in New York with celebrities.
Did you try to like have a really thick Boston accent when you said hi,
She's
so
gonna
that she'd
catch
be
me.
like, "Oh, you're from New England."
Because my character's from New York. He's like a Yankees fan, so I can't start messing around.
Right?
No. You stay in whatever region
in
you're playing.
character.
Yeah. I'm not method, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna swap from New York to Boston. That's deadly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the funny thing about a New York accent and Boston accent. They're so similar.
Yeah.
There are differences, of course. But no one from New York or Boston would say that. They'd be like, what do you mean? I don't sound like them. But there's a lot of similarities. It's just truth.
It's like the Red Sox Yankees thing, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. You become the thing that you hate the most. Is the tragedy of the Red Sox. You know, you become the evil empire that you were trying to take down.
Right.
You know, and they got to fight against that. That's their struggle. That, you know, you want the championship, but then you don't want to fall to the dark side.
Yeah.
That's important.
That is very important.
Yeah, you don't want to become your enemy.
Well, congratulations. I mean,
Thank you.
October is going to be a really phenomenal month for you.
I hope so. And I hope also for the Red Sox. I hope they can keep winning.
Yeah.
They just won last night. And I hope, you know, they're 3 games back, magic numbers down to 1.
Wow.
I'm excited about the
Yeah,
baseball
that's
season.
awesome. That's
I'll tell you.
great.
Yeah, it could be a very exciting time in
Awesome.
Massachusetts. Yeah.
I was in college when they won the World Series, so that was
Me too.
So fun.
Well, yeah, because you grow up your whole life here and you're like, we'll never win.
Right.
Then you're in college and they beat the final boss of baseball, basically. It was like,
Yeah.
good job, guys. Like, we won. We did it. And then like 10 years later, I was like, oh, baseball's still on. Oh, I should, you know, like.
Well, it's when they filmed the movie Fever Pitch.
Right.
Was that year, and they had to refilm the ending because they filmed it like the Red Sox lost,
Right,
and
but
then they
won
won.
that
So
year.
they had to like redo the whole like.
And that's why there's all that stuff on the field. and,
Yeah.
like, they did it at the games, right? Like, that's crazy. That
I
they did
know.
that.
I know. I mean, to
Amazing.
think like how many years was it? Over 100 years or something. Or,
Oh God, at least 80.
yeah. So many years,
Many,
and so
many
that
years.
you write a film and you film and you think,
Please.
okay, well, there's no way.
Maybe it's because of the movie that it happened.
Could be. So
could be.
think about what other things we could
Think
like,
about
put
how
the
good-
script on.
Right. Well, that's what the arts can do.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
80-year curse in baseball.
Yeah.
You try baseball to fix it. No, you need a movie. Sometimes
we
that's what
go.
it takes.
That'd be a great like marketing ad if you.
Oh yeah, I'll call Jimmy
Yeah.
Fallon.
All
I'll tell
right. Give
to
him
make
give him a
sequel.
call.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you're going to be on his show singing with him. And
Oh yeah, no, nobody wants to hear me sing. I'll act, but nobody wants to hear this voice sing. Trust me.
All right. Can you give the dates for Misery one more time?
It is. It is October 15th to November 2nd, I believe.
Awesome. Great.
Yes, as best I can tell.
Yeah, around
that's-
that time.
That's
Yeah.
it. We
And we'll-
open, I think, on the 18th, but the first performance, so there's going to be like a $5 night or a $10 night. We're going to have a cookie matinee one of those Wednesdays. The schedule is full, but you can just visit mrt.org to check it out.
Excellent.
Very
We'll
easy.
post that. But
Of
I
course.
also want to mention that the MRT makes viewing and coming to live theater very accessible for everybody. So there are like the $10 nights, the
Oh,
cookie
yeah.
matinee, Lowell night.
Yeah, we want people there.
Yeah.
The most essential thing for theater is the audience.
Absolutely.
That you can make a movie without the audience and show it to them later, but theater, we want people there. We want to hear what they have to say about it afterwards in the lobby or at talkbacks. I'm really can't wait to share this story with people.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it's so nice to see you as
You too, Danielle.
always.
You too.
And we'll have you back on again because you're going to be coming back for show number 8, I'm sure, at some point.
Well, let's hope. I would love to.
Yeah, good.
I would absolutely love to.
Well, we'll put a word in with the boss.
Thank you. Yeah. We will. Much. Yeah.
Thank you all for tuning in to another edition of Chamber Chat. We'll be back again soon.